After making real and significant emissions reductions, carbon offsets can be a part of a company's journey towards a zero-carbon future. But what do we mean by offsetting? Like making your travelling companion pack light because your case is heavy, it's a way to compensate for releasing greenhouse gases. Let's dive deeper. The Clean Development Mechanism, or CDM, allows international trade in carbon credits. So a company or individual from country A can buy credits from a project that avoids emissions in country B. One certified emission reduction credit, or CER, is equivalent to 1 tonne of CO2 saved. Projects like solar energy generation or green bricks for houses prevent CO2 from being released and so get carbon credits.
So there's two types of offsets. The first is avoidance offsets, and this is when you fund an activity that avoids emissions being reduced elsewhere. So as an organisation, you're still emitting in your activity, but you're funding an activity that then reduces emissions. So overall, we still have emissions at the end. And then the other type of emissions, we have removal offsets. So this is when you're actually removing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and hopefully storing it in a permanent way. And so the net effect of that is no emissions.
Because some key industrial processes like cement and steel are energy intensive, greenhouse gas removal can be an effective way to neutralise these unavoidable emissions. Useful solutions include managing forests and improving agriculture, as trees and soil naturally remove and store carbon from the atmosphere. And technology can do this too.
Carbon capture, utilisation and storage is exactly as the name suggests. So it's capturing carbon, whether it's been emitted as part of a process or directly from the atmosphere, and then using it or storing it. So we can use it in a variety of really innovative means in terms of low carbon fuels with lower level of permanence, or within innovative building supplies, cement, products like that. Or, we have more permanent solutions where we can store it within geological storage, so, maybe even potentially disused oil and gas reservoirs.
Captured and compressed CO2 is stored by forcing it into the ground, where it could stay for thousands of years in holes in the rock. Imagine a sponge rather than a big chamber. Innovative technologies that utilise CO2 as raw material mean that one day you might live in a building built from CO2 cement, sleep on a mattress with CO2 synthetic fibres, or fly in a plane that runs on sustainable CO2-based fuel. It's still early days for these technologies, so they are quite expensive and difficult to scale. And anyway, for a sustainable future, we need to do things differently.
It's really important to think beyond offsets because it shouldn't really be the starting point of a sustainability strategy. The starting point is really getting a full picture of your emissions baseline, then setting a target, ideally aligned with our global climate goals, the Paris Agreement, and then incorporating offsets. Whilst you reduce your emissions, you can compensate for those activities, and then as you arrive towards your target year, then incorporating removal offsets to tackle any of those emissions that might remain.
With forward-looking companies grabbing the opportunity to invest in innovative clean technologies and processes that don't emit carbon in the first place, we can hope that one day we won't need either offsets or removal as much. Sustained investment will bring down the price over time, making change more likely. As Bill Gates has written, it's one thing to avoid contributing to the problem. It is another to be part of the solution.